This is perhaps the most significant attack on a protest camp that we've seen in the last 4 months of protests in Yemen. Speaking to protesters down in Taiz, from their accounts, their square, which is a kind of tented city in the middle of Taiz, with a stage, hundreds of thousands of people camping out there. It was attacked around 3 o'clock in the morning by Republican Guard troops loyal to President Saleh. They set fire to tents, they were shooting at people from buildings, and they also started bulldozing the area this morning. So it's basically an attempt to clear the entire area of this protest camp. Now this morning, the protesters have been trying to win back control of the square, and there have been more clashes as the protesters try to return and set up new tents in the same area. I've just spoken to a doctor, and I've been told that the death toll has now risen to 26 people killed in the last 12 hours in Taiz. So I'd say a rapid deterioration of the situation in Taiz, and this is kind of has become the hub of the protest movement in Yemen. It's where most of the attacks and where the strongest protest movement is taking place in Yemen at the moment.
Now, Tom, what about the town of Zanzibar that's been occupied by Al-Qaeda for a few days now? Do we have any more on the reported Al-Qaeda ambush on soldiers there?
Well, I've managed to get hold of 2 residents. Most of the residents of Zanzibar in the south have fled the city. As you said, the city has been overrun by what the government has called Al-Qaeda militants over the past 3 days. They apparently have full control of the city now. From what I understand, the government troops evacuated the area, and a group of around 200 or 300 armed men are now running the city, and the government are now trying to win back control of the city by shelling it and using machine gun fire from the mountains around the city. It's still a very murky issue, though. Locals maintain that these people are not Al-Qaeda. They're sort of a local militant group with Islamic ties, but they have no connection to Al-Qaeda. But the government continues to maintain that they are. Again, a steady deterioration, and it kind of points to the fact that the rural areas of Yemen, outside Sana'a, are slowly slipping from government control. Zanzibar, is not the first place to slip from government control. We've also seen this happening in Sada in the north and in other cities and villages around the country. So yeah, it's a worrying sign.